What is going on, guys? My name is Halvy, and today is the, I believe, third installment of the Chill Chat Q&A. I'm super excited. I love this series. I love answering questions and talking to you guys. So we'll go ahead and get right into this so I don't waste any time, because I want to hit all of the questions that I got in the last video. I think I got all of them. I'm not sure. YouTube has kind of been like being weird and deleting some of the comments. So yeah, definitely trying to get all of them. But if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do that again at the end as well. But with that said, let's get right into this. So the Lovo Caesar says this: Halvy, my question isn't really love related or anything like that, because the last one was all about love. I'm a junior in high school and I have good grades. I average a 3.5 GPA, and I'm having issues with counselor and parents because I want to stop doing all these hard classes such as physics and calculus, because I still don't know what I'm going to do past high school. I don't know if I'm going to college, work, or even going back to Mexico. I feel like I'd be wasting my time and stressing out during high school if I take those classes. Some opinion, thanks. All right, so this is a good question for a lot of you guys in that kind of back to school mode or in the high school mode or people getting ready for college. It's just a great question. So I relate to this because I went through something similar to this in my high school years. Now, most people, you'll find that the education system is a system. It kind of takes kids in, raises them, and then spits them out into the real world. There's a couple different types of students. There's the people who are just in it to win it. They're gonna do their best in school and that's it, and they're just thinking of school, and school will set them up for a better future and they'll do great, and probably will. Then there's the people who go in school and they're just taking school because they have to. They don't want to do anything. They're just kind of, plodding along because they don't really know what they want to do with their life yet. At which point, I would challenge you to figure it out. Try to think about it. You don't need to have it all set. It's going to change, I guarantee you. It changed a ton for me. Trust me, graphic design was the last thing on my mind, and I'll get to that in another video. With this question, I'll relate kind of to a story for myself. I'm apparently terrible at I don't really know how to pronounce words when I'm thinking a million miles a minute here. When I was in high school, coming on my senior year, I had some decisions to make. I could, I had these things you could take called an advanced diploma, but I looked into it and I did research and I was like, really, advanced diplomas don't do much. And what was more important to me at that time was my GPA, right? I could take a bunch of these really hard classes, physics being one of them. There was calculus, some other things in high school, or I could not take those, worry about my GPA, and then also take some college classes. Now, if your plan is to get into a really prestigious school, you really got to take those classes. You got to take all of those classes because it shows up, the AP stuff, all that. That matters to those big things. But for me, I knew I wasn't going to go to one of those prestigious Stanford or Princeton or anything. I was going to PUC, and it's not some massive college that needs the best of the best grades in all of the classes. So for me, it were made out to be more sense to just, take it easy, not do those hard classes that I really didn't need, that weren't going to push me anywhere further unless the credits transferred over. And I focused, and instead I got ahead in college and took like 2 or 3 college classes. Now that ended up for me being a lot more worth it. For you, it may not, or maybe it doesn't. It just depends on where you see yourself going in the future. Now you say you're having issues with, counselor and parents. I'm assuming because they're wanting you to take these classes, but you said that you don't know what you want to do past high school. If that's the case, you're probably not planning on going to Princeton or Stanford. My advice, and again, I don't know how your whole system works because my school system may be different, but the thing is that if you're focusing on a GPA, that's a good thing. If these classes have no interest to you and you don't feel like they're going to be doing anything for you and you don't really need them, then don't take them. If you have the option not to take them, as long as you can graduate still with full whatever, focus on your GPA. That's going to get you scholarships. I got I think it was like a $7,000 recurring per year scholarship for my GPA. Firstly, I don't, you're saying go back to Mexico, I don't have any experience with that kind of stuff and moving back to place, because I'm not going to go back to Norway because I was born here. So school is a good thing. If you don't know what you're doing with your life, especially, school is a good thing. So stick with it. For love of Caesar, stick with it. If these classes are too hard for you, talk to your parents and tell them why. Make your argument. Say, you know what? I don't need these classes. These classes are not required for me to graduate, and I'm not trying to get into prestigious schools, but I do, care about this because it'll give me a better scholarships opportunities. My GPA will, which it will. And, tell them that your GPA is more important than taking some classes that you may not need, and you should be okay with that. Just make sure that you know what you're doing. Think about life. And I would honestly say, though, is that if you're not positive, err on the side of caution of making sure you assume you're gonna go to college, but even still, as long as you graduate and you're not planning on going to any prestigious colleges, you should be fine. Okay, so the next question is from Sam Davis. He says this: so I'm in 8th grade, and well, I like a lot of girls. Good for you, man. You're a guy. Most of them like me too, but they keep either getting asked out or I just chicken out every time I think about asking them. Then sometimes I feel like I should wait to start dating. Love your videos and thanks for the help. So you like a lot of girls and a lot of girls like you. That's awesome, man. You're in 8th grade. Good for you. Keep in mind, your whole love life and all of that girl life and everything changes drastically through high school. So just keep it in mind. Don't become a player, because as much as in high school and all that stuff, people say that players are the cool guys. They're not. They're typically kind of douchey, honestly. And once you get into the real world or even to college, you realize, yeah, people don't care about that, because essentially that just means you're a selfish snob and you don't give a crap about women, which is not something you want on your record. Girls, as much as they say they like bad boys, girls really like good people. They like nice guys, okay? Trust me, I know. I'm not trying to be cocky by any means, but I had quite a few girls that I was able to you know, interact with over the years. They like nice people. Like, if you're a dick, girls don't want to hang out with you, you know? Like, and let's be real, I mean, in high school, unless you're just some ripped dude, but you're not going to really be getting girls for just looks. Girls are not, girls are very different than males are, in that males are very capable of just liking a girl for looks and that's it. Girls more than not, and you know, typically will fall for somebody who has a good personality, who's a nice guy. You know, it's good to just be a nice person anyway. So that's kind of off topic with this, but I would say this. If you like a girl, go talk to her. If you know that she likes you too, what the hell are you waiting for, man? If a girl likes you and you like that girl, go talk to her. Go get that date planned. Invite her to your home. Don't do anything dirty. Have a nice meal and do your, you know, homework together or something. Just have fun, man. Don't worry about it. Don't fret about it. But if a girl likes you and you like her, there's nothing to worry about because you already know she likes you. So go up and do something about it. Apparently I'm going all black on you. Sorry. Sorry. African American for people who are racist. Like worried or whatever. Typically dark colored skin females that are commonly referred to as African Americans have been known stereotypically to do this thing. I know that not all do, so just for the people that are going to freak out, there you go. Okay, next question is from William Villalobos. Villalobos. It's a cool name. Hey dude, you're great. Thanks. So I'm starting school in September, and I'm going to be in 8th grade. And last year, there was a girl that I was really into. She was also in my 2nd grade class and transferred to a different school and didn't come back till last year. I really like her, but I don't know how to start a conversation with her. Oh, and it's true what you were saying about first kisses. I mean, like, I had mine in 3rd grade, and it wasn't special, but that's besides the point. I want to see if you would help me. I think that it would be just awkward to talk to her again. She's still funny, smart, and outgoing. And then one of my awesome subscribers, one of you guys, because you're so great, respond to comments, help each other out. Maverick says this: all you got to do is talk to her, man. I'm sure it won't be awkward. Trust me, go for it. And if she brushes you off, she probably isn't worth your time. Word. That's great. I like that way of thinking about it. But all you got to do is talk to her. You can basically talk about anything, old memories, find out what she's into and stuff. Hope that helped. And William says he started talking with her. So all around good stuff, man. He started talking with her. Great. Good job, man. Just man up and do it. Like, there's, you know, nervousness is something you get over. Trust me. Like, confidence and everything, you'll get into that. All it takes is you got to just balls up and do it. But, you know, what Maverick was saying, like, totally is 100% legit, man. For any of you that are thinking about, like, talking to somebody, go talk to them. Don't worry. Don't wonder about it. Just do it, you know. There's nothing really bad that can come out of trying to talk to somebody. Okay, Madison Fitzhenry. Hi, Halvy. So school is starting up again soon. I'm under more pressure than ever this year. How do I handle school, classes, work, study time, and assignments? Because I'll have time to come back to my dorm and relax at the end of the day. Thanks in advance and loving the videos. Thanks. Loving seeing your comments. I see you all over. It's great. Your question's awesome because I have so many people asking me the same thing about myself. Because for those of you, actually I don't think any of you know, but around my dorm, and around my college or whatever, I'm pretty much known as the guy who never sleeps. Because I don't. And it's unhealthy. I'm getting better with it, sort of, sometimes. It's kind of a hit or miss. But I do a lot. Like YouTube, I love. I'm invested into YouTube. I love YouTube. I love making videos, but it takes a lot of time. It takes a ton of time to do all this. On top of that, I'm, you know, obviously a full-time college student. All project-based with graphic design and stuff. I also do freelance graphic design jobs. I do freelance motion graphic jobs. I'm also working in a company, a mobile applications company, doing as the design director. Like, I'm doing, and I have a girlfriend, so that takes up time too. And then also on top of that, you try to have a social life. Well, shoot, it takes a lot. But typically, you'll find people have the graph. You have one of 3 things. You can do well in school, have a social life, and sleep. You have those 3 things, and you choose 2. You can sleep and have a social life, but you probably won't have good grades. You can sleep and have good grades, but you probably won't have a social life. Well, mine is like 9 things that all kind of rotates around and is like 6 and 5 and 4 different things all at once. There's always going to be something that you're going to sacrifice, and you need to realize that you're never going to have it work out the best way. You're never going to have it be perfect. Handle school, classes, work, study time, assignments, all that stuff. I would say school and work and free time is kind of what your thing is. You got to realize something. When you're doing school full time and when you're working part time or a lot, and you're having your social life, like that's good, but you need to realize like you're not going to have much sleep if you're doing all of that. So what I suggest to myself, what I do for myself, and what I suggest to everybody else who's trying to manage a lot of things, get into a regimen, get into a routine. Schedule out your day. There's actually a great app, and this isn't like a promotional thing, but I have this app on my phone that I use every day. It's great. It's called Timeful. Timeful. That's all it is. And it's a great app because it's a little kind of a scheduling system. You can write out your to-dos, whatever. It also suggests, if you make a list of to-dos, and then it'll kind of suggest throughout your day, because it senses when you have free time and when you don't, based on algorithms and stuff, really complicated. And it'll kind of help you order your day. What I would say is, Madison, if you're juggling a ton of things, make your schedule, plan it out, figure out exactly, like look at it, figure out exactly, okay, I'm in school this time. I need to dedicate 2 hours to school this time, block that off. I have this work at this time, block that off. So then you'll be able to start seeing, okay, I have these times here and there for friends, for whatever, and you can start kind of filling things in. Once you get yourself into a regimen and everything like that, a schedule, life starts becoming a lot easier. You can sit back and breathe and relax because you're not stressing about what you have to do because you already know you've set aside the time to do it. That's probably what I would say is the best advice. If you have any other questions, and this is with anybody, feel free to add me on Skype, halvyography. Links in the description, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys more about all of these things. But that's what I would say, Madison. Good luck with all of your classes and work and stuff. It is possible, but don't expect to be doing all of it at the max potential. Okay, LOL, it's a fanboy, says this. So Halvy, first of all, I love the vids, thank you. Second, I was in the situation, I read this, I feel so bad for this guy. So I had to present in front of the whole class, then my body decided to fuck me over. First, I'm sorry, man. First, my voice cracked, the first word I said, that got everyone laughing, and then I got a random boner, and everyone was cracking up, and shit, now I get made fun of, and every girl I talk to turns me down. What the hell do I do? Dude, that's so sad. I'm sorry, man, that sucks. I've never seen that, experienced that, or seen that, man, and I'm not laughing at you, I feel so bad for your situation, but it's kind of a silly situation. Here's the thing. It's very rare that something like that would ever happen, but it did. And the best thing that you're going to be able to do with this is just own up to it. Be like, yes, I'm a guy. I get random boners because that's what happens in that stage of life. You get random boners. This is kind of more personal than I thought I would be going. But here's the thing. I guarantee you it happens to every single freaking guy. Maybe not in the middle of class. That sucks. I'm sorry. But, you know, I'll be real with you guys. This is a little personal, but bear with it here for all of those young guys out there that are going through the exact same thing. The amount of times that I'm sitting in class and then you just randomly get a boner. You're not thinking about anything. You're not thinking about anything gross, anything naughty, any hot girls. You could just be sitting there like, Spanish word, muerta. Oh, that sounds kind of kinky. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, it's coming up. And then you're screwed because it's just there. Because that's what happens when you're gaining hormones when you're younger and going through puberty and all that stuff. And then, of course, the Spanish teacher comes and says, oh, Juancho, that was my name in Spanish class. Come up to the class and present your idea because, whatever. And it's like, oh, crap. So you get into a system. Now, girls who are watching this, I'm sorry, deal with this here. And now any girls who are watching a guy, they're going to know what he's doing, but whatever. Guys, you gotta get into the system where you kind of learn how to do the slip tuck. All right. So how this works? This is weird. I didn't think I'd be doing this, but I am. So you kind of get your thing going, right? Starts popping up, blood flow starts circulating. You're like, oh man, what is gonna happen? So you get caught up in class. Well, good thing to do is wear these. You wear these nice stretchy gym shorts. So you call up, okay, so you lean forward in your desk, right? So I'm getting out. And you just kind of act like, you take your shirt, you just kind of act like you're kind of messing with it or whatever, kind of pulling up your pants, whatever. Because obviously when you're sitting down, your pants get bunched up. So you kind of clear it off, whatever. Well, you stay leaning forward, right? You stay leaning forward like this because then it's not going to show. So as you come up, you just kind of flip it up, right? Just a nice little easy flip. This is so weird. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's a nice little easy flip up. So then it's tucked up nice under your little belt strap thing or belt strap or whatever strap, and then it's up, so that it's not sticking out, right? And if you have a long enough shirt, just make sure it's long enough because you don't want your ding-a-ling sticking out to bare bones here. Keep your shirt over it, right? So then it's sticking up, and at that point, no one can see. So then, you know, as you get up in the front of class, you get nervous, you get scared, whatever, and then your blood rushes all to your head, and you almost pass out because you're nervous, and then all the blood leaves that, so then it just kind of flops back down like normal. So, in a way that I never thought I would ever do this on YouTube, there you go, guys. That's what you do when that kind of a situation arises. I'm sorry for your circumstance, that's sad, but just realize this. People get over it. It's funny. The best thing you can do is just laugh at yourself, honestly, because people will think it's funny that you're able to laugh at yourself and not ridicule you for it. And it'll make you feel a lot less bad about it yourself, too. So I hope that answered your question and a lot of guys' thoughts on those things. That's really weird. All right, next question. Okay, so this is going to be the last question because this is going a little bit longer than I thought, but I'll be definitely answering all of the other questions later. And if you have any other questions, be sure to leave it down in the comment section below. Havak Shafaz. Havoc, oh, Havak, what the hell? I saw the like Hispanic looking meme dude and I thought, Havak, I don't know why. Havoc Jafaz. Hi, Halvy, great videos. I live in the UK, so I am 10, I'm in year 10, which makes me 14 years old. Not sure what grade that is. All right. Anyway, in my school, I tend to hang out with tons of people. Our whole year group got along pretty well. However, recently some of my closest friends have started smoking and some have even tried weed. I've always been getting good grades and marks and tests, and I would never think of throwing that away because of getting lost in drugs. I'm starting to struggle with peer pressure, though, because I've been asked to buy weed by my best friend. Could you please help? All right. I've talked about this a little bit before. Now, my view on weed is my view. Your view is your view. It doesn't matter. I know a lot of you guys do, and that's chill. Like, it's whatever. I have nothing against people who smoke weed. I don't partake in it, but that's just me. Now, what this guy's saying, here's the thing, is that there's a stigma that comes with weed. It's not, first of all, it's not legal, unless you're in Colorado or whatever. I don't know how it is in the UK or not, but you just want to be really careful with that stuff because it is, people say, oh, it's a gateway, whatever. It is, all right? You do that, then you think, oh, this isn't that bad. What if you get into it, right? In high school, you have a lot of free time. You just start doing that a lot, right? Well, you're going to start interacting with people. It's the people that you hang out with, the people that you get drugs from, all of that stuff, that are the ones that start, oh, hey, have you tried this drug? Like, oh, no, man, I just smoke weed. Well, no, dude, it's like hardly anything. It's barely bad, just try it. So then you try something else. And so then these people know that you're going to try something else, so they're going to keep pushing you up more and things. It's a dangerous process, all right? Now, for those, a lot of people, though, don't have to do that. They can, occasionally smoke weed and be fine, and that's fine, cool. But if you can stay away from it and you don't have the extreme urges or whatever, then stay away from it. Because the fact is that, doing anything that mind alters your body or alters your brainwaves or whatever can't be greatly healthy. And they have done studies that over periods of time, it does show that, it can harm your brain. As far as peer pressure goes, man, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let peer pressure happen. And if your friends are pressuring you to do things you don't want to do, if they're not willing to respect you and your decision, then they're not friends that you should be hanging out with, and they need to know that. Because the fact is, you're the better man for standing up and not doing something based on peer pressure, not them. They're not cool because they're trying to pressure you into doing something that you don't believe is right or whatever. And, buying drugs for people and stuff. It's illegal, guys. It's not like you're, oh, it's the fine thing. I don't care if it's fine, if you think it's good, whatever. You can totally rot things away. I've seen firsthand many people throw their lives away because of weed, just weed, because they get obsessed with the feeling, and what that feeling is laziness, and typically, at least I think, it can throw people away. Same way, it's addiction. It's not chemically, but you get addicted to the feeling, and so you start doing that over other things. You start hanging with people that do worse things, which then leads you to worse things. So, dude, stay away from it if you can, and peer pressure, ignore it. If people are trying to peer pressure you into things, they're not worth your time, plain and simple. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a long video, as they always are, but I enjoy it so much, and I love talking to you guys. So I hope that you guys who I answered the questions to, I hope that it gives you some insight on my views and kind of some opinions on what to do. For those of you that haven't had the questions but just kind of been watching, I hope you guys have been able to gain some stuff too. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Oh, I always choke on my own spit. Why does that happen? Thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Thanks for asking the comments, the questions. And I wish you guys all good luck in your schooling and everything like that. Keep the questions coming. If you have any questions related to anything, put them down in the comment section below. And just as a random question kind of generator, if you guys have your own questions, go ahead. But otherwise, if you guys don't have anything on your mind, use this as a starter. Ask a question if you guys want anything within the realm of skateboarding. All right? views on skateboarding, views on the stigma that comes with it. If I skateboard or not, because I'm not going to tell you right now. You have to ask. Someone has to ask the question, and now everyone's going to ask that question. Do you skateboard, Halvy? If you guys aren't, if you couldn't think of any questions, otherwise, ask any other normal questions. I look forward to doing more of this series. With that said, stay beautiful, have a fantastic day, and see you later.